Hi, welcome to the channel today. We have another amazing sequence for you to drop right into this morning. We'll start with a simple pranayama and then head right into our sequence. So let's get right to it. Come to a seat. You can either sit in a nice cross-legged pose, or if you would like to come into Virasana and have the feet and ankles underneath you, go ahead and take that position. However you're comfortable, we will be here for a few minutes, so just make sure that you set yourself up so that you're successful and that you can focus more on your breathing practice and not be caught up in being uncomfortable in how you're seated. So grab a block, a blanket, whatever you need to make yourself get off on the right foot this morning. So we will begin with Nadi Shodhana, and that is a breathing practice I'll walk you through. Nadi Shodhana is a simple practice that focuses on breathing through the left and the right nostrils. Nadi meaning channel or energy line, and Shodhana, which means purification or cleansing. So basically cleansing the energy lines within the body from the left and the right sides. Our body in our energy channels, on the left side, we have the Ida channel, and then also on the right side, we have the Pingala. And as we start out today, you may notice between your left and your right nostrils that one side's a little easier to breathe out of than the other. That's completely normal. Over time, with practice of Nadi Shodhana, you may notice that it starts to even out and you get a little bit more balance on each side. For a fun little kind of an experiment to start before we start our pranayama, you can take your hand and place it underneath your nostrils and just exhale out. It's kind of hard to tell, but can you notice, is there air flowing more forcefully on one side, one nostril, versus the other? If you notice more air coming out of the right side, that could mean that your right side or pingala is more active. There's more heat, more activation there. If you notice more air coming out of the left nostril, that could mean that your Ida side is more active. And so that is the cool, the calm side is more active for you today. So for myself, I noticed the right side is more active. I've been running, I've been very busy and active so far this morning, and my right side is more geared up. So go ahead and take your seat, and we'll take the right hand, take the ring finger and the thumb, the index and the middle finger will just rest on your forehead right along the brow line. And we'll use the ring finger and the thumb to close off the nostrils on either side as we get started. The pinky finger is just going to hang out, and you can just let that relax against your face. So go ahead and rest the thumb against the right nostril. Your right ring finger will rest against the left nostril, and then the index and middle finger will rest along the brow bone. You can curl them in if that's more comfortable. And we'll begin with just some normal breaths, about 3 normal breaths in and out here, allowing the eyes to close and relax. Now take the thumb and we'll close off the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Closing the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Closing the right nostril, opening up the left as we exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switching, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Open up the right. Exhale. Inhale on the right side. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale on the right. Closing. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And this is our last round. Exhale on the left side. Inhale. On the next exhale on the right side, fully release. Release your hand from your forehead. It can come gently into your lap and start to breathe normal. Start to notice any changes here. Feel the calm that washes over you as you switch your focus to your breath. As we continue through the flow today, breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep your attention to the breath to allow yourself to return to a state of mental calm and balance. Very good. Start to blink the eyes open. From here, we'll come over onto our mats. Come into an all fours position until you're in tabletop. Shoulders are directly over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. We'll start with a cat and cow. Inhale, gazing up, allowing the belly to fall. Exhale, tucking in the tailbone. Rounding through the back, pushing the mat away from you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, pushing into the mat with your shins. Continue. We'll take a few more cat and cows at your own pace, along with the flow of your own breath. Maybe pausing in those areas that need a little extra love, a little extra time. Very good. After the next exhale, return back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale the left leg long and behind you. The hips are even and square, so if you were to balance a book on your hips, it would stay there. And then inhale the right arm long and in front of you. You're in your balancing table position. Holding here. Take one big inhale, and on the exhale, bend the back knee and the right elbow. Tuck it in. Inhale, extend the arm and the leg long.
Exhale, tuck it in. 3 more times. Inhaling, long stretch, reaching from finger to toes. Exhale, rounding through the upper back, tucking in with the abdomen. Extend long once more, and we'll tuck it in once more. And extend back into your balancing table pose, holding here. And this takes a lot of strength to hold and to balance. It's a very good place to start from. And we'll make it a little bit more challenging, and we'll drop the left and the right arm down to the mat at the same time, keeping them both long. So we have these long levers, making them a little bit heavier and a little bit more challenging to lift them back up. As you do so, engage the core, keep the navel tucked in, the ribs are knitted inward. And we'll do this for 5 more repetitions. Exhale, pulling it up, pulling everything in, zipping along the midline. Tapping it down, lifting it up. 2 more. Very good. Holding here for 1 breath. Exhale, release it back into your tabletop. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Extend the right leg long behind you. Check to make sure the hips are square. You can check and feel with your hands. Maybe give a look-see and just make sure that the hip is lower so that you could balance something, maybe a T-set on your back if you want to try it. Inhale the left arm long and in front of you. From here, exhale, bend the left elbow and the back right knee, tucking it in, rounding. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, tucking everything in, zipping it up with the core, using that core to help draw the back leg in. We'll do 4 more. Exhale, pulling it in, extending long. And last one, inhale it long, exhale, pull it in. And inhale back to our balancing table. The arm and the leg are lifted. On the next inhale, we leave the arm and the leg long and we tap them down to the mat. Exhale, use your core to draw the leg up and the arm, maintaining that balance. We'll go for 5 more. Inhaling down, exhale up, down, raise it up. You've got this. Maybe feeling a little bit of those glutes activating. Hamstring is working in the back right leg. Core is working. Very good all over pose. Hold here, holding the left arm and the right leg straight. Exhale, bring it back into our tabletop. Widen out the knees a little bit, pushing the hips back. We'll come into a child's pose. Forehead can rest on the mat, walking the hands out long in front of you, and just resting the hips. From here, we'll push up, come through our tabletop, and then push ourselves back into a downward facing dog. Pushing into the mat with the hands. Feeling a little bit more of that push coming from the index finger and the thumb side of the hands to kind of train our weight to focus on that area of the wrist. protecting our wrists when we can. Driving the heels towards the mat. They don't need to touch. Just that sense of that motion, that traveling sensation of wanting the heels to reach in the direction of the mat, and the tailbone reaches up to the sky. From here, bend the knees. You can bend them deeply, walk, step, or jump your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfways lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfways lift. Hands can come to the shins or maybe fingertips to the floor. And lower the hands towards the mat. Step or jump the feet back. Chaturanga lower as you bend the elbows and shift the weight forward. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right foot all the way up to the sky, keeping the hips square. Start to bend the right knee. Draw the knee forward as you come up onto the left toes, rounding the upper back and bringing the right foot in between the hands. Turn the left toes out slightly as you inhale the torso up to your warrior one on the right side. Adjust the length in between your legs if needed. Bending into that right front knee at about a 90-degree angle. Continue to keep the ribs knitted inward so that they aren't just opening and flailing open. Concentrate in pulling in the abdomen and keeping everything tight. From here, we'll inhale, lean the torso forward. Arms are still alongside the ears. Start to step into that right front foot as you come into your warrior three. On the right side, hips are square. One long line of energy from the fingertips all the way to the toes. From here, we'll bend the right knee slightly, landing the left toes back onto the mat. Torso comes upright. This time we're in a high lunge position on the right side. Exhaling here. Inhale. On the next exhale, we'll twist and open our high lunge over to the right, gazing back towards the right hand. The left leg is engaged as we start to draw the back of the left thigh up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back into your high lunge. Exhale, lower the hands down and step the right foot back, push into your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll take another flow. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale to your mountain. Exhale, bending forward. Inhales, halfway lift. On the exhale, we'll plant the hands to the mat, step or jump back, bend the elbows, lowering down into a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or eagle. Exhale, in our downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up to the sky, hips are square. Start to bend the left knee, rounding the upper back as we roll onto our right toes and draw the left foot to the top of the mat. Turn the right toes out so they're at about a 45-degree angle, and inhale up into your warrior one. Holding here to catch our breath. Tucking in the tailbone. On the next inhale, lean the torso forward slightly as you start to transfer the weight into that left front foot and come up onto your back toes. Press into the left foot, pushing into our warrior three on the left side. Hands can be out alongside your ears, but you can also take them to prayer pose here in warrior. One more inhale. On the next exhale, start to lower or bend that left knee as you lower the right foot back to the ground. And then inhale up into your high lunge on the left side. Exhale here. Inhale. And then on the next exhale, we'll twist it out over to the left. On the next inhale, come back to our high lunge. Exhale, sweep the hands back down to the mat. Place them on either side of the foot as we step back into our downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bend the knees, step, jump, or float your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, folding forward, then over the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to mountain. We'll take our flow again. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands can come to the shins. Exhale, planting the hands down, lower yourself through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into your down dog. And once more, take one more inhale here. Exhale, release it all out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, take the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, bending that right knee, pulling it in between the hands, placing the foot in between the hands, turning that back left foot out again to about a 45-degree angle as we inhale up, and then exhale, open up the left hip and lower into warrior two on the right side. Fingertips extended long out in front of you, and the gaze goes past the middle finger, sinking deeply into those hips. Finding your steadiness here. On the next inhale, bend that right elbow, place it alongside the right thigh, and the left arm goes alongside the left side of the face for your extended warrior. Exhale here. Inhale, keep that front knee bent, come into reverse warrior, back hand onto the shin or maybe the thigh, and the right arm up to the sky. Inhale, straighten out that right front leg. Feel the side body stretch all the way down the right side of the body, staying steady. Exhale, bending that right leg. Inhale, coming to warrior two, exhaling here. Inhale, straighten that right front leg again. And then on the exhale, we'll start to reach forward with the right hand forward and come down as a hand either comes to the shin or maybe the mat or a block. And we come into our triangle pose. Left hand to the sky. The chest revolves upward. From triangle, we're going to revolve our triangle. So take the left hand to the mat. Again, a block could be very helpful here to bring your mat a little bit closer, maybe even walking that back foot in slightly. Exhale as you twist and open up the right side. The right hand to the sky, gaze going upward. From here, we'll come and come off of our back foot and come up onto the toes. Bend that right front knee, maybe lower the hand all the way to the mat, and we're in our easy twist. From our easy twist pose, we're going to take a little bit of a challenge, and we'll lift that left hand off of the mat. Bring both of the hands to prayer. So you're in a prayer twist on the left side, or on facing the right side, sorry. Inhale, pushing all the way into that right foot,
and maybe coming all the way up into a revolved chair pose facing the right side. On the next inhale, we come to chair, arms alongside the ears, sinking back into the hips. Big toes are together. One more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit on my mat to make sure I stay in frame. From your forward fold, come up halfway. Take the right hand and place it about 1.5 feet in front of your right foot. And we'll lift the left leg up and come into our half moon pose on the right side. Stack the left hip above the right, raising the left arm up to the sky. Very good. From here, lower that left foot down, bending the left knee. We come to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain, and we'll take our flow. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump the feet back, bend the elbows, shift forward slightly, lower down chaturanga, and then inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips, come into your downward dog. From your downward dog, lift the left foot up into the air, bend the knee, draw it forward in between the hands as you turn the right toes out. Inhale, the torso up, extend the arms out long in front of you and behind, and then exhale as you open up the right hip and sink into your warrior two on the left side. Breathing here. On the next inhale, bend that left elbow. Exhale, the right arm up alongside the right side of the face as you rotate the chest towards the sky. Inhale, lifting the chest up for reverse warrior. The right arm goes alongside the shin or the thigh, and the left arm goes up. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten that left front leg. You're in your reverse triangle. Exhale, bending that left front leg again. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten the left front leg again. On the exhale, start to shift your left hands forward as the right hips stay back, dropping down into your triangle pose on the left side. Hands can come to a block or maybe reaching the mat. Right hands are straight up to the sky. Revolving our triangle now, lower that right hand down onto the inside of the left foot. Maybe shift your back foot in a little bit more to make this more accessible. Exhale, twist, open up alongside the left side of the body. Left arm goes up into the sky. Both of the legs are straight. From here, we'll pick the back heel up off of the mat. Start to bend into that the left front knee. Left hand plants into the mat. And we're now in an easy twist on the left side. Feeling the side of the left leg open. The back leg is strong and supporting you. And the chest is rotating to the sky, trying to get some sunlight on the heart center.
From here, our challenge, we'll go ahead and take the weight of the torso off of the mat and bring the hands into prayer in our twist. From prayer, press as much weight as you can into that left front foot, and we'll try to step our way up into chair from this twist. So bring the right foot forward, toes together, and dropping into a chair twist on the left side. I feel very tongue-tied today. I'm sorry about that. Inhale to your chair pose, arms alongside the ears, sinking back in the hips. One more inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfways lift. Here we will take the left hand. I'm just going to adjust my position on the mat. Left hand goes about 1.5 feet in front of the left foot as we inhale the right leg behind us, stacking the hips and opening up the right arm to the sky. Very good. From here, draw that right leg in, half or forward fold. Inhale, halfways lift. And from here, take the hands to the hips, and you're in your halfways lift. And we're going to start to bend the knees. And if you can, come to your toes. So we're in a modified chair pose here, balancing on our toes. From this point, can you take your hands out long in front of you and sink the hips even deeper? As we hold, breathe in and breathe out. And at this point, we're going to start sinking even deeper and deeper, lowering ourselves all the way to the mat, going as slowly as we can. If you need to keep your hands on the mat to support you, go right ahead. Start to lower the feet, flatten them all the way to the mat, and then there we are, landing, planting ourselves onto the mat, maybe centering yourself out a little bit. And we'll start to cool down our practice, ending with a bound angle pose, or starting to end with a bound angle pose. I have a couple more after this. Bring the soles of the feet together and adjust what feels good for you today. If it feels better to keep your feet in close, then stay right there. If you would like them a little further away from you today, or just want to try something different, you could try that as well. Take the hands, if you would like, wrap them underneath the feet, start to bend forward, folding from the hips. Starting out here, we'll keep the torso nice and long and straight so that we have very little rounding in the back. And now you can just feel yourself completely relax into your bound angle pose. Allow the back to round. If you had a clasp at the feet, maybe release the feet. Allow the hands to come out in front of you and just rest on the mat. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Allow them to energize you. Cleansing on every exhale. Feeling that balancy, or that, wow, I am just tongue-tied today. Feeling that energy balance shift, maybe from your right to your left or from your left to your right. There will always be some difference on either side of the body. And that's okay. It can change from day to day, maybe hour to hour. On the next inhale, push yourself back upright. We'll plant the soles of the feet to the mat for a seated pigeon pose. Cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee. And the hands can come just behind the hips. Staying right here as we keep the right foot flexed and then have the right knee pressing down and away from you. Deep breath in, allow it to fill the chest, the front and the back, and also the side body. Allowing the ribs to fully expand. If you want to take your pigeon pose a little deeper, you can maybe walk that left foot in. Release the right leg down to the mat, and we'll do the same thing on the left side. Take that left heel, cross it over the right knee. Hands can go back behind you. Foot is flexed, and the left knee pushes down. So I'm not fully relaxed in this pose. I am engaging that left knee and the left leg to feel it pull down towards the mat to keep the opening happening on the left side of the body. Keeping the back straight and tall. The crown of the head is still lifted towards the ceiling. And we're not slumping into the elbows. Find the position of the right foot and see what works best for you. If you need to bring it closer into the body or maybe walk it away. Really good. Release that left foot to the mat. And from here, we'll take the left leg out long. Draw the right foot in so you can bring it as close to the groin as you can get it. Right hand goes back behind you as you inhale the left arm up to the sky. On the exhale, giving that right knee a hug and twisting and looking back behind you. Inhale here, growing long within the spine. Exhale, continue the twist and deepen. Inhale, unravel. Extend the right leg out long. Draw the left foot in. Left hand goes back behind. Inhale the right arm up to the sky, and on the exhale, we twist and start to hug that left knee. Gazing behind you. Inhale, maybe relax the twist slightly. And then on the next exhale, deepening the twist. Inhale, unwind. Start to scoot yourself forward on the mat, and we'll prepare to roll down. Take the hands onto the back of the thighs for support, or they can also go alongside the body, and we'll start to roll ourselves down little by little onto the mat. Try to go as slow as you can. maybe matching my pace. Until you're all the way there. Very good. Draw the heels in. Prepare for bridge pose. Hands alongside the body. Inhale. Exhale. Start to roll the tailbone up. Shift the shoulders. Start to walk them underneath you. Maybe clasp the hands. Push the forearms into the mat. Gain some extra height throughout the back of the body. The chin is slightly tucked. Pushing forward with the knees. At the same time, feel the feet start to actively draw towards you, and you'll feel the back side of the body light up. One more inhale here. On the exhale, release the clasps of the hands and widen the shoulders to make space for the spine to roll down onto the mat. On the next inhale, we'll prepare for our plow pose, and you can either come into plow or just take another bridge pose, whatever you feel like is up for you today. So inhale here. On the exhale, start to tuck the tailbone and roll over. From here, draw the hands to the back of the lower back. Maybe keep the legs extended long, or maybe bend the knees if that feels best for you today. Supporting lower back, drawing the shoulder blades together. And we'll hold here. On the next exhale, start to bend the knees if they aren't bent already. And then allow yourself to start to roll back onto the mat. Fully support yourself here as you come back down so that we don't just fall out of the pose. Once you've made contact all the way down to the tailbone, draw the knees in and give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. Rest the feet back onto the mat as you walk the legs out long. Allow the feet to come open. Hands can come to the side as you close your eyes for corpse pose. And we take our Shavasana as we close out the class today. Breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe taking your attention to the breath on the exhale. Do you notice any difference in how it feels for that air to flow over the upper lip? It's a very fine sensation. Maybe you notice a little more warmth over the right side. Maybe coolness on the left. And travel down the face. Feel the muscles of the face start to relax throughout the jaw. Feel the muscles along the throat lengthen and start to spread down and across the body, across the upper chest. Feeling the center of the chest open as it rises and falls. Shift your attention to the sides of the ribs. Feel their expansion every time that you inhale, and how they pull in on the exhale. Moving down towards your navel, feeling the lower abdomen start to relax down. Finding ease within each breath. The legs are just touching the mat, sinking in, melting. Search for places where you can take that tiny bit of any tension that may be remaining and allow it to release. Please feel free to allow the video to continue to play if you would like to continue here in your Shavasana. Continue to rest and allow your eyes to close. If you are ready to move on and ready to wake from your Shavasana, start to bend and curl the toes, pulling them in. Start to bend the fingertips, maybe clenching the fingers. Blink the eyes open. From here, you can either roll onto your side or draw the feet in and gently roll up to a seated position. And there you have your yoga flow for the day. Thank you so much again for joining me on this channel. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to support free yoga here on YouTube. Thank you and have an amazing day. I know you'll make it a great one. Bye.